Hey guys, welcome to another video brought to you by Total Control Traders. As the title says, we're going to go over my first year as a full-time day trader. First year. Now before we get into it, note that this video is recorded on Wednesday the 17th and not today, because that is the official 1 year mark from the day that I started out as a full-time day trader, February 18th, 2020. I recommend watching this whole video. I mean, you're already here. The chances of you finding a similar story anywhere else is very slim. All right, now let us get into the who, the where, the why, the what, and the how. Gonna try to keep the first three parts short so we can stay on topic and go into more of the interesting stuff. All right, the first, the who. Who am I? Well, I was born, just kidding. I was a senior financial planner in my previous life before becoming a full-time day trader. So to put it simply, my role was to help clients plan for their future, whether that's wealth management, retirement planning, investment planning, tax planning, and so on. Now, the where. Where was I before starting YouTube and starting day trading? My background is Taiwanese. Been in Canada for 23 years now. Over the last 9 years, 8 of which was spent with 3 different financial institutes in Canada, working my way up from a teller all the way to the most recent financial planner. And now that we've covered the where, let's move on to the why. Why did I switch career? Well, towards the end of my journey within the finance industry, I found that there was so much admin work tying me down and preventing me from providing advice to my clients, which is a big part of what I enjoyed, especially going into finance industry. I liked that interaction. And it also tied me down from learning and progressing as a person. Now, the biggest part that I had enjoyed previously in the finance industry was the endless learning. And now that has come to a halt for 2 years by that point. I could not picture myself staying any much longer. Plus, at that time, there were lots of life events all happening very closely together. Had just gotten engaged, picked up a puppy, as you guys seeing in the videos, and moved to a new place. So I figured if I don't make this move now, switch to trading, things will likely go unchanged for another few years. So decided to pull the trigger. Next is the what. What happened from there? Now the interesting part. Now looking back a year ago, if I were to be asked when is the best time to become a day trader, the answer would be now. There were so many things that were going on in my personal life at the time that I switched, and yet still would not have done it any other way. Unless you take the first step into the world of trading, it is always going to be daunting, and that is especially so if you're coming from a 9-to-5 job. Alright, let's take a look at the chart on the day that I became a full-time day trader. I started trading a few days before that, so let's start on February 13th, 2020. But becoming a full-time career change was February 18th. So for those of you that are aware or is in touch of the market, you would know what is coming up. On the day that I switched, market made all-time highs. Then it kept going. On the 18th is the day that I switched career. It had a drop. Then the next day, went up again. Then after that, the drop started. Boom. That big candle. This was the pandemic crash. From here, you can see it kept dropping. It bounced up a little bit. Then we drop further. Wait for it. There it is. And that was the start of my trading career. And now, what happened from there? We dropped 30-some%, and the market has made new all-time highs time after time after that. So, not to say the least, I've had my fair share of bear market as well as bull market. Now, funny story, coming into this career, I had decided to sell my 80 shares of TVIX. And for those of you that don't know, TVIX is a triple leveraged volatility ETF, meaning as volatility increases, generally when SPY drops or the market drops, this would go up. I sold my 80 shares of TVIX at a loss, thinking that, okay, I need to have as much cash as I can to be ready for trading. And little does I know, 1 month and 5 days later, when the market bottomed out, TVIX had gone from $10 a share when I sold to $1,000 a share. Those 80 shares would have made my year's salary and more already. So fun learning experience, just simply by holding it for another month and 5 days, 36 days. Well, no, it's February, so 30 days. But what did I do instead? I actively traded, made my biggest one-night swing trade, $2,000 in daily SPY puts. The next day, it opened up at 13,000. That was the biggest profit on the one-night swing of 11,000. One night. And gave it all back very shortly after. So from there, I learned a lot of lessons. I can definitely say that I have paid my fair share of tuitions for trading. And now I am a much better trader 1 year later. I am very looking forward to what's to come a year down the road, 5 years down the road. And last but not least, the how. How have I done on this first full year as a day trader? Where do I start with this one? Well, I guess let's start with the overview. Now what you're seeing here is an Excel profit tracker that I have created on the day that I became full-time day trader. As many of you already know, account was in breakout mode by end of last week, and now based on the market, thinking it's likely to backtest that trend line. And as you see from this chart, that first 9 months was basically a wash. The reason for that is I was trying out different trading styles, trying out different time horizons, learning. Majority of it was actually because of learning about option trading. So that first 9 months, paid lots of tuition, made lots of profits just to pay more tuition. But then came the time that when things finally clicked. And then from there, the account has been on a full-on breakout mode. Big thanks to Tesla SPX uplisting back in November. That was that first breakout that you see. And now, let's take a look at the best and the worst performances of the accounts. We'll start off with the worst. This account was my option learning account. And since then, it has fully recovered. I blew it up twice, losing about $9,000. Did not fund the account fully. Made sure to fund the account very, very minimally. And the $9,000 was from share matching from previous jobs, so didn't hurt as much. And since then, it has fully recovered, plus more. But because of how they track it, they only track it based on how you fund it and what the performance is. So the account is still showing big negative like this. Overall, dollar-wise, already up from the double blow-ups. And I'm going to come out with another video next week with more details on blowing up accounts. Especially when you are trading options first starting, you are going to blow up at least one account. But for now, let's take a look at the best performance on an account. This one right now is up above 200%. But due to the FNGU split, that the whole fiasco there, that shares not being distributed, right now is not showing the proper percentage. Overall, I'm extremely happy with the results from this first year as a full-time day trader. Even with the first 9 months of being a wash, these last 3 months alone had allowed me to make more than double my previous salary. So now I am looking forward to what the next 9 months brings, because that will make it 1 full year of being an experienced trader versus having that first 9 months of being a wash. Then I can have a better gauge of what the expectation could be as an experienced trader on a full year scale. I do understand that trading is not always going to be like this, and thus I am now back in capital preservation mode, waiting for that next setup. Make sure to watch the market recap video if you haven't already done so, as I go over in details why I am back in capital preservation mode. Now to recap, this last 12 months has been the best time of my life. Not only from the standpoint of financial improvement, but instead the biggest part is actually from all the learnings that came with being a full-time day trader. All the learning on trading, option trading, and now starting YouTube, starting Instagram. Never been a social media type of guy before, but now all these learning curves, amazing. And the part that I'm happiest about is now being able to pass on to other traders through coaching in our trading community at totalcontroltraders.com. I'm able to pass on what I have gone through personally and hopefully coach other individuals so that they can avoid the mistakes that I have made. Help them avoid blowing up their accounts. You know, it is definitely not a good feeling. And I want other people to not make that mistake. I look forward to the day that all members from our Total Control Trader family can stand on their own and confidently say that they are amongst the top 5% of traders. The ones that are consistently profitable. Alright, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you're looking to get out of debt or build that first pot of gold, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button in order to get updates on our new videos daily. Also, check out our website at totalcontroltraders.com. We offer a 7-day free trial to our 24/7 active trading community, where you can request chart reviews, daily videos, as well as trading ideas. Stay safe and be in control. I will see you guys in the next video.